Okay guys, Mark here, back with another video, and today we're going to be opening approximately 60-year-old deck of cards, between 50 and 60-year-old. And now you may be looking at this and thinking this is already open, but it's not, and we'll get to that in a second. So these you might have seen on, if you're on the Reddit pages or whatever, on the playing cards forum, or you know, just yeah, I guess that's where I saw it. But I made another video tonight and just seemed boring. I was like, you know what, this is gonna be a fun video, so this is what we're going with for tonight. But so yeah, I got these cards off eBay quite a while back, and I'm not 100% sure, but from what I think, so I know these cards are from the 70s. So you can see the Pan Am there, and they're very small playing cards. And so they're the Pan Am airline cards, and I'm assuming they were given. I've seen quite a few of these, and they have a couple different styles. This one was the only one I could find, but also this one looked super cool. You can tell it's a little indented here and stuff, but I'm getting off track. So from what I believe, from what I put together, I think these cards were like handed out to, I don't know about everyone, but maybe, sorry about the lights, just like first class, you know, like people sitting in first class or whatever, you know, in the 70s on Pan Am. They gave them a deck of playing cards, or maybe it was just a thing that they had if someone asked for it or whatever. So yeah, this is a super old deck of cards. I don't know exactly what year it's from. It's from the 70s. And now, so it has a really big lip on it. And so when I got these cards, it did have a seal. No, okay, sorry, had to pause it there for a sec. But, so yeah, as I was saying, when I got these cards, it did have a seal on it, but it was, like, just from being so old, like, pieces of it weren't there. Like, it just, like, decayed, basically, from, I don't know, wherever it had sat or whatever. So I had taken the seal off, and it was already, like, halfway off, but all the way off, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna open these cards. They look really interesting. And then I opened up this, and there was another seal on it, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. And I think this was right around the time I started the channel, but eventually I was like, okay, I need to wait and open these for a video, because that would be a super cool video, you know, opening a 60-year-old deck of cards. Right off the bat here, though, and I have another deck of cards here I'll compare it with, just to show you guys the difference in size. I'm just gonna grab one card. But so this is it on, so it's cornered here, and yeah, so as you can see, quite a bit here. The vertical is the same, but on the side it is quite a bit shorter. So yeah, the same length, but different width, I guess you would say. I also need to do a review on these cards. Very cool cards. Messy Mod V2 from Art of Play. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna open these up here. Like I said, approximately about a 60-year-old deck of cards. But yeah, so I don't know if they sold them. I'm guessing they were just handed out to passengers, or, you know, for a short period of time. Yeah, I've seen them pop up a few times. They weren't super expensive, so I don't know if they're like that much of a rarity, or if they're just not, like, there's no demand for them, because I mean, I got them for pretty cheap. But yeah, so it should be interesting to see as I'm opening these up here. I just wanted to talk about for a sec. So I saw an interview once with, it was either Dan or Dave, and they were saying, like, you know, playing cards in the 70s were really good, and that was what made the Jerry's Nugget cards so good for, like, cardistry and everything, because, like, in the 70s, USPCC was really good, and then in the 80s, they weren't very good. And now, nowadays you can, they make really good cards and you can get really cards. But I guess, in the 70s, I don't know, for whatever reason, whatever the stock was, or, what they were getting, or paper. I honestly don't know exactly how cards are made, but, yeah, it was super hard, or not super hard, but the quality was much better in the 70s is what I was getting at. So yeah, hopefully this deck of cards will feel nice, because I mean, yeah, people still use the Jerry's Nuggets cards from, the 70s and think those are nice. But yeah, very small deck of cards. Right off the bat, one thing interesting is there's one Joker in the front and one in the back, instead of them both being in the front, or vice versa. But yeah, it's kind of cool. One black and white. Yeah, Joker there says plastic coated. Yeah, definitely 70s vibe to it. And then, yeah, one-way blue border back design. Very interesting. Yeah, let's go through the cards here. Printed in USA. It doesn't say anything about USPCC or anything. But, yeah, the cards feel kind of weird. I mean, being a 50-year-old, 60-year-old deck of cards makes sense. But, yeah, they're a little bit stuck together as they've been, this is the first time they've been opened. Yeah, like that one, stuck together a little bit. But, yeah, pretty standard design here. I'm interested. Very cool court cards. And, I do wonder, like, because this is from so long ago, like, this could have been standard court cards in 1970 or 1975 or whatever year it was. Like, this may have been what standard was for court cards. So, yeah, I guess I could look that up. Wow, look at how, was it like that for the Ace of Spades? I guess it was. The diamond in the middle there is definitely bigger. Takes up a bigger amount of space than a normal deck of cards. But then on the 2, it doesn't. So yeah, kind of interesting. I mean, obviously things change over time. So like I said, this could have been what all cards were like back then. But yeah, sticking together a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to fan these. Interesting. I think that's a different colorway than we saw with the other ones. Yeah, definitely. Wow, very beautiful. Yeah, very cool court cards. Very interesting. Then yeah, it kind of looks like they're almost all different colorways. But I can already tell I don't think these cards are going to feel great. They feel very papery. Yeah, they feel like they're gonna dissolve in my hands almost. Oh, their king stuck to here somewhere. But yeah, nonetheless, very cool. Yeah, court cards super cool on this deck of cards. A lot more blank space on the outside. Like normally this would be filled in, and then a smaller border, I believe. But yeah, other than that, pretty standard. I want to see. Yeah, the heart is a little bigger there. So yeah, those are the cards. Is this? Oh yeah, they're stuck together. Let's see if we can. Oh my! I'm trying to. This is my fan. Look at that. Yeah, these are not gonna. Oh my gosh! I gotta show you guys this. Look at this. Is how when I try and fan it, they all stick together. All right, let's see if we can get these broken up a little bit there. I mean, they've been stuck together for, yeah, 5-6 decades. Yeah, we're gonna say the title of this video is probably gonna be opening a 60-year-old deck of cards, because I'm pretty sure it's from the 70s, and 60-year-old sounds cooler than 50-year-old deck, so that's what we're going with. But yeah, it was sometime in the 70s, I believe, that actually shuffled better than I was expecting it to. And yeah, it's also super weird, just because it feels, whoa, nice, because it feels so much smaller than a normal deck of cards. But oh my gosh, they feel terrible still. Yeah, not fanning, all sticking together. So that's crazy that the Jerry's Nuggets cards held up so well. And And, you know, maybe it's just because these were just a cheap deck of cards, yeah. Not printed on USPCC or anything. But, yeah, I'm trying to get these cards just, like, to not stick together so much. But, yeah, they just, if I'm being honest, they feel terrible. Like, it does not feel like a nice deck of cards. This is probably one of the worst decks of cards I felt, if not the worst. Yeah, we sort of got a shuffle out of that. Yeah, I was thinking the fan was going to look so cool with the blue border, but nope, that's what happens when we try and fan these cards. But, I mean, I get it. They've been stuck together for 60 years. And who knows, too, like, if the humidity was bad or something, like, just trying to get these, like, broken up a little bit, and they're all just sticking together. But, yeah, they look very cool, though. Yeah, like I said, super, super small, especially like, if you compare the box size. Like, look at next to each other. I guess it's crazy how a small, like that little difference makes it look so much smaller and feel so much different. But, yeah, I don't know. Let's see if we can do a couple of cardistry things with this. I mean, they definitely stay in packs, so I guess they sort of work for some things. Yeah, definitely not too slippery. Let's try that one more time. Yeah. The fan we're not gonna get though. That's so crazy how much these stick together. But yeah, if you guys let me know what the oldest deck of cards you own is in the comments. And yeah, super cool. Yeah, they just mainly are clumping together, and yeah, that's making it super hard to do much with them. But yeah, at least we can shuffle them. Yeah, I would think the more time they're out in the box, the more time you use them, that maybe after a while you could make them somewhat usable. But honestly, just like, and it says plastic coated on the jokers, but just like the edges of them just feel so terrible. So like, I really just don't want to use these cards like this. My hands feel gross after using them. And yeah, fan's still not working there. I'll show you guys what I mean by that. This is like, what? But yeah, I guess that's what you get from a deck of cards that's yeah, almost 3 times my age. Definitely more than twice my age. Yeah, but I guess there's really not too much to say about these cards. I'm not gonna give them a rating because yeah, I mean, because you know, it's so much different than a normal deck of cards. But yeah, this video is gonna be on the shorter side. But yeah, I really like the court cards. Yeah, very interesting. I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a little more exciting than it was. But yeah, I mean, it's just Pan Am Airlines. Definitely something cool to have in the collection, though. Let me go through, see if I can find it. But yeah, I'm assuming these were not printed on USPCC. Man, these are sticking so much. But yeah, very interesting court cards to see. And it's really interesting that, yeah, in that period of time, I mean, they've changed, but they haven't changed too much. So yeah, very, very cool. And yeah, as well, maybe it's just from the cards being smaller, but the writing and everything looks a little bit smaller there. I wonder if card size, like if this used to be the normal size of playing cards and it changed, or if they just had a smaller print size. But yeah, either way, so yeah. And also the lip was really big. That's another thing I noticed about these cards. But yeah, I'm glad I opened them. They looked cool. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I love history. I love old stuff in general. So yeah, very cool deck of cards. Sorry if that wasn't the most exciting deck, but yeah, nonetheless a fun one. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of these cards, and yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. Let me know what you want me to review next. I've got a couple requests from Noel, so yeah, I'll be ordering a couple decks of cards for some upcoming reviews in the next couple weeks. But yeah, I've got a couple reviews planned. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, let me know what you thought of this deck of cards, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.